A piece of the Beatles star George Harrison's toast dating back 72 years has been rediscovered and sold at auction. The breakfast food had been preserved on a scrapbook page alongside cigarette butts and John Lennon's guitar case fluff for decades. In 1962, a 15-year-old Beatles fan named Sue Houghton befriended the Harrison family. During one visit to the family home, she saw a leftover crust of unfinished toast on George's plate and slipped it into her pocket. Sticking it in her scrapbook, she wrote, "Piece of George's breakfast. The 8th of February 63. That was a significant date in Beatles history as the group returned to Liverpool after a 7-week absence to play at Merseyside's Grafton Rooms. The following day would be their last performance at the Cavern Club. Bob Wooler, the club's compere, has spoken about remembering Brian Epstein, the Beatles' manager, promising they would be back one day, but due to their meteoric rise to fame it never happened. It first came up for auction in 1992, when Sue's scrapbook collection, including the infamous toast, was auctioned at Christie's for £1,300 to help fund her home renovations. The scrapbook pages were subsequently split up and it recently came to the market again. The latest owner, memorabilia dealer, Joseph O'Donnell, won't disclose how much he paid for the item, but he has now framed it in museum-grade, UV-protected glass to preserve it for several more decades. Speaking of the genesis of the latest item in his collection, he said, "It's a brilliant story that is both bizarre, historical, and a story I'll continue telling friends, memorabilia collectors, and fellow Beatles fans." The toast became a running joke amongst the Beatles, and in 1999 Paul McCartney revealed his children teased him about leaving breakfast unfinished, exaggerating the story of George's toast, which he mistakenly said sold for $40,000. He told German newspaper Der Spiegel, his family were trying to jokingly squirrel away his leftover food. "I realized that my children had heard about the toast, at breakfast. They'd say, 'Dad, you don't have to finish the bread roll,' or, 'Do you really want half an egg? Let's clear the table.'" However, in 1992 George himself appeared to quash the myth of the toast, telling Vox magazine, "I ate all my toast. I never left any."